So this here is my breakfast sandwich tribute to Eggslut, Alvin, King's Hawaiian rolls, Spam, some eggs. This is just an absolutely delicious sandwich. We're going to start by chopping up 2 pieces of Spam. We're going to pan fry those, get some nice browning crispiness on both sides. I like to start by just cutting the very tip off. That first, top and bottom piece are very weird shaped, so to get nice flat pieces, trim that off. And now we're going to cut off 2 little 1/4 inch slices, up to 1/2 inch if you want. This is just going to give really nice umami, meaty, salty flavor. Get a little oil into a pan, get that nice ripping hot. We're also going to use Hawaiian rolls for this. This is what Alvin uses at Eggslut. He uses the entire 4-pack, so I'm going to do the same thing. You are supposed to split them, but they do come fully connected, so you could just cut right down the middle here and you get a nice, flat, nice size roll. It's definitely large, but for a good, yummy breakfast sandwich, it's awesome. I'm going to throw this into the toaster for about a minute just to make it a little softer, get a little bit of browning on it, but nothing major. Not going to put butter on it, not oil, just getting it warm. I'm also going to in the sriracha mayo that I'm going to make for it. I'm going to mix in some green onion. On Alvin's Eggslut sandwich, he does sliced scallions, so I'm going for that same general vibe, but I'm also going to use arugula as kind of a top layer. So I'm going to mix those 2 flavors together, and I think it's really nice. I also just have some green onions lying around that I want to use. So let's throw those pieces of Spam into the pan. Great little alliteration there. And now we're going to make the sriracha mayo. It's traditionally 3 parts mayo to 1 part sriracha. Make it however you want for whatever level of hotness you'd like. I don't need this super spicy on a breakfast sandwich, so I'm definitely going to probably do 4 to 1. And just mix that up. Color's going to be nice and light pink like you would expect from a sriracha mayo. And just taste it. See how you like it. If you screw it up, add more mayo. If it's not hot enough, add a little more sriracha. Can't go wrong with it. The Spam, I'm going to try to flip here twice just to make sure each side is getting browned but not burnt. These are super slippery. Should probably be using tongs, but I'm stubborn. There we go. See, those sides aren't perfect, but I'll flip them back over 1 more rotation. The buns here are exactly where I want them. That was probably about a minute and a half in the toaster oven on just a toast setting. So we're going to pop those out. Keep checking on those Spam pieces. You want to make sure they're nice and good. But while this is all going, we're going to start to assemble it because it all comes together quickly. So we're going to lay that sriracha down on the top bun. You can lay it on the bottom bun if you want, but that gets a little messy for me. So I'm just going to go top here. Once you have that on, I'm going to sprinkle on the green onions. And then on top of that, we're going to throw on the arugula. The arugula is very hard to kind of keep together. It likes to bounce off, do its own thing. So just try to get it on there the best you can. It's messy. This is a messy sandwich. You're going to have, mess all over the place. So just be prepared for that. But get that arugula there on. Real nice. Just try to push it down a bit. It's going to fall off later, but that's fine. Those Spam pieces are just about where I want them. I'm going to give them just the slightest bit on that last side, and now we're going to put those onto the bun. They work perfectly. They each take up about 2 of those little squares, which is exactly how we're going to cut it to eat later, so that's absolutely perfect. I'm going to wipe out the excess oil I use in there just to cook the eggs and just some fresh butter. Don't want all that burnt oil. I'm going to take the last little bit of sriracha mayo I have too, and I'm just going to lay it onto the Spam. You don't need to do this. I just didn't want to waste it. Pan was a little still hot from the frying of the Spam, so pop that up if you need to get it away from the heat. The heat had already been off at that point too. And we're going to make 2 eggs for this sandwich. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to leave 1 egg with a nice runny yolk. The second one I'm going to pop. I think personally 2 runny yolks is a little much on a sandwich and just creates mess. So I want 1 egg that's just a nice stable laid on egg that won't break. We're going to salt and pepper these. If you want to do 2 eggs that are full on cut down the middle runny, go right ahead, but I'm going to leave 1 as just kind of like texture and glue to this sandwich. The other one we're going to leave. That one wasn't ready to flip yet though, so give that guy just another minute. Once he's ready to flip, you can just flip it over. Normally I'd use the pan for that, but I have that other egg in there, so I'm not even going to mess with that. And that's it. You guys are done with the sandwich. Just start to layer on those eggs. I try to cover as much as I can with the non-poppable egg on the bottom, and then I'll lay that nice runny yolked egg over the top of those other egg pieces, and that'll give it a nice little shelf to sit on to catch the yolk as it cuts, but it won't just be yolk everywhere. Try to get that top bun on without dropping all of the arugula. And then we're just going to slice this guy down the middle. Obviously, I'm doing that for presentation. If you're going to eat this, just bite into it. Cutting it is making a mess, and I know that. But these nice buns give you a little line to show you right where to cut, which is awesome. Top bun is obviously going to fall off with all the arugula. Hate that, but look at how beautiful that is. That is one hell of a bite right there. If you haven't been to Eggslut, go check them out, but make this until you get there and compare the two.